Little portion right there I'm gonna saw off, and then I don't know what I'm gonna do for the other few screws, but I'm gonna do something just to get this bumper off, just so I can see what's going on under here, because I'm not sure. I think one of them arms might be bent. If they are, this whole series will be canceled in minutes, because I don't know how to fix that or anything remotely near that. So I'll be back in a second. Start getting a bumper off. Like I was saying, I ended up, I don't know if I can get a good angle on it. I pried it off right there. Let me see if I can get that little thing right there. And my finger's pointing to, or it was. It's right where I just pried it right down with the crowbar. So now next step is to there's a screw right there, and I think one like right there. I'm gonna have to try to get that down. Once I get that down, I can finally see what's going on under here. So be back in a second. I just used a little bit of force and I was able to tear straight through that plastic. So now I'm just gonna, yeah, it's pretty bad back there. I'm just gonna saw that off right there. I'll be back in a second. Was able to just saw off the bumper right there. That was pretty easy. Now what we're left with is this. So yeah, it's pretty fucked up pretty good. Not sure what my next plan of action is just yet, at least. I'll be back in a second. Alright, so my next step is trying to get that piece of plastic out, and at the same time I'm also trying to get this muffler unlodged from there, and I've been trying to pry it back right back through here, but it's not working. And I think these little mounts right here, I'm just gonna saw them off, because it's already starting to tear right up there, as you can see, so I'm not losing much anyways. I'll be back when I'm done. Alrighty, we were able to get that piece off, and we were able to pry this back down underneath. That was not an easy task, but it's no longer lodged up in there, so. But that's where the problem is right there. Well, one of the problems, it's pushed in right over there, as you can see, and it's also bent right there, so. There's two options, or a few options. One would be to try to see if it's clogged anywhere, which I have no clue how to do, and I don't think that's an option really. And another option would be to saw it off like right around there and then put a cherry bomb or a turbo muffler on it to make it legal, which I think I can do as long. But yeah. And by the way, I do live in Michigan, so those are the laws that do apply on. We don't really have emission checks, so I'm not really too worried about that either. But I don't really know what to do next. My next plan of action might actually be to not abandon, but the muffler right now, forget about it, and get that kind of away from the wheel. It's not touching, but it's within a few inches of it, so I kind of want to maybe get that little piece out of there. So, check back in a few minutes, see where we're at. I was able to pry that out of there with a little bit of effort, and now nothing's really too close to the wheel, but I'm not sure what that protected. That's the problem. I mean, rust is just gonna, I'm gonna get truck bed liner at some point. When I get pretty close to done, I'm gonna spray the fuck out of a bunch of shit down here to stop the rust from getting worse. But you have to admit, for 23 years old, it's not that rusted underneath. But you gotta expect to see rust. So I'm not 100% sure what my next plan of action is. Everything up in the wheel well kind of looks fine. I don't think there's much wrong with the right side as much as there is with the left. Although I don't really know what I'm looking at anywhere. That looks pretty fucked up, and that looks fine on the right side. So I think she kind of switched lanes and skid into me, like kind of like I'm going straight, I stop, and she just kind of goes bam. That's why the left side is pretty much good at the moment, while the left side's just destroyed. So I'll come back when I figure out what my next plan of action is. Maybe I'll try to pry that little piece out of there, but I don't think I'm going to be able to. But yeah, I'll be back in a second. One of my next plan of actions, since the battery keeps dying after we jump it each time. I mean, the battery was fine before the accident. I think there's constant power running to the CD exchanger back here, so I'm going to try to pop that out of there somehow, try to pry it out, and try to snip a wire back there, or find something that would deactivate it. But I also don't want to ruin the light at all either, because this light still fully functions. All the lights in it are working. Same with that, and the little light up there too. So that's what I'm going to try to do, but I'll be back in a second, whether I can do it or not. I didn't end up working on that at all at the moment, but I'm going to wait so I can get a jump when the truck gets home, so I can see where lights are on, what's working, what's not. But thanks for watching part 2. Part 3 I'm going to start making whenever I can. So thanks for watching, and see you later.